Yo, 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 do. I am back here on my grind. Having missed a day already is impressive, but we're back once and for all. Not a single day will be missed. Mark my words. I don't know. I am officially unemployed now, so I don't really have any excuses to just not do videos. Yeah, that's right. I'm unemployed. But not for long, because in what, like 2 hours or something, I have I gotta go down to the folks I talked about, the guys who are just gonna call me up whenever somebody's sick and say, "Yo, we need help." Like that's their whole shtick, and then they call in me for, you know, just random odd jobs here and there. But maybe I just do get, like, you know, partly full-time someplace. I don't fucking know. I still don't have a car, so that kinda sucks. You know, in terms of actually getting, you know, job opportunities. Especially in, you know, during this time where I'm just gonna, like, be called upon, like, at 6 in the morning and say, "Yo, this random thing in the middle of nowhere, please take this, please just be here for the day." Because that's essentially what I'm gonna be doing for, like, the foreseeable future, I'm pretty sure, at least. And then, you know, if that is actually what I'm gonna be doing, I'm probably just gonna be searching for, you know, other jobs in the meantime. One of my roommates, actually, the fucking job he works at needs people, or at least needs one singular person. So I'm debating doing that. If there's nothing else going on, like, it's not something I desperately want to do, but, you know, money is money. It's basically in a whatchamacallit, food truck. I guess it is a food truck. It's just going around doing shit. But, you know, that's in case today's meeting doesn't conclude in, yeah, you're probably gonna be stationed at the exact same place at the exact same times every single day. You know, I have very, very high expectations for today, but, you know, it's, I don't know, summer's rolling around. I'm hoping something is gonna come from this. Of course, summer's rolling around everywhere, so people are actually gonna, you know, they're actually gonna do fucking. I don't know fuck. I am so fucking tired, and I don't really know why. Because I had a plan on, you know, on yapping about, like, how I wake up at, like, 7, even though I'm usually waking up at 11. So that's a whole shtick that has changed after I got home. But it's not even because we, like, woke up early on the like, when we were in Japan. So I don't really know where it came from, but I go to bed and I just wake up at 7, like 7 or 8, and that feels hella early to me because I'm just not used to that type shit. And no, it's not because I'm, like, fully awake and I can go up and do everything. I can't. I'm so fucking tired and I desperately want to go to sleep again. But today I actually managed to go to sleep again, and it is now, what, almost 12. And I don't know. I was about to say I just woke up, but I woke up about an hour ago. So, don't even have an excuse here. This just sucks. I'm so fucking tired. Oh yeah. It is what it is. Anyway, I am, currently watching through, Lazarus, which is fucking goated. It is probably the most goated like new gen I've seen. It's also like not a Netflix original, but like an original anime, aka there is no manga connected to it. But it is made by, I forget his name, but the same guy who made Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy, which is, you know, that roster is already stacked right there. And you can feel it has a lot of the same vibe that Cowboy Bebop has. It's very, like, it's very action-packed. It's very, like, fluently action-packed, I should say. It's just pure vibe. The vibe of the world is crazy. The vibe of, you know, the music also, shut up. The music is also fucking crazy, like jazzy, like, you know, like Cowboy Bebop. It's incredible. Not too much plot has happened yet, but you know, I'm expecting it to be like Cowboy Bebop, like everything happens in the last couple, like 3 episodes or something. I'm currently at episode 7 because that's where, shut the fuck up. That's where the anime currently is, so I don't really have much opportunity to, god fuck, my necklace is scratching, itching. So I don't, you know, I am caught up right now, and it is the GOAT. It is goated. It is hella fun to just watch through. Again, not too much plot has happened, but it is still one of the greatest things ever. Yes, I am glazing it very early on, but it's just, you know, the hook itself is very interesting because it is just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I guess it reminds me a lot of, like, the real world, right? Where, okay, so in this, that's gonna sound weird when I explain the hook, but the hook is essentially, this guy, Dr. Skinner, he's basically an Einstein-level fucking genius, and he made this drug called Hapna, that everybody is fucking taking because it is just the medicine cure, right? It is the medicine cure for everything. It cures like pain and sadness and, you know, everything bad about the world is cured by Hepna, and it is goated. Hepna is goated, except it is not. It is a death drug, which is revealed by Dr. Skinner after he just fucking disappeared at some point, and then after 3 years he reappeared in a worldwide broadcast that said, "Yo guys, you know that Hepna thing? Yeah, that's gonna kill you in 30 days." So yeah, that's a whole fucking thing. So, you know, you would expect the entire world to just go into a fucking frenzy and find this guy, because he essentially says, if anybody can find me, I have the cure. But, you know, the whole shtick is that nobody really gets off their ass to find him. We have our main group. The group is called Lazarus. Yeah, title drop, I know. That is, you know, trying to take care of it. You have like the FBI and the DEA and stuff also involved. CIA? Fuck. I thought it was the DEA. I don't know. I've switched between the sub and the dub because it's been a bit goofy. I initially thought that, yeah, the sub is just, you know, the sub is gonna be way better because it's like original sound and shit. But, you know, they make them both simultaneously, the sub and the dub, which is unheard of. But that also means that, yeah, they've actually thought about the English voice actors and stuff, which are doing such a great job. Also because you can already feel it in the sub, right? When they're talking Japanese, but you can feel it way better in English when they actually are just like normal fucking people talking normally, which is crazy, I know. but it's just, you know, it's even more of a, oh, Jesus fuck. It's like pointing out the similarities between this world and the real world, because that's essentially what I'm getting at, is that this world is just the exact same. It's a weird mirror to our world, because the essence of everybody, like the mindset is that, yeah, as long as I'm numb to everything, everything's gonna be fine, right? And that's essentially, you know, the entire, like, everybody is a slave to something mentality, that the entire, I guess the entire population of the Lazarus world has. And it's just so fascinating to see, like, this entire world that just got told, yeah, you are about to die, and they just don't fucking care. Like, they're just going back to their, like, numb-ass lives. Like, fucking discos are going on everywhere. Fuck, shit. Jag är död, by the way. Jag skuffar om så.
Prøver du ikke snakke dansk?
Shut the fuck up.
Så kan de ikke forstå dig.
Anyway, everybody is just, like, going around doing their daily things because they just expect, you know, they expect things to go back to normal at some point, because it's always done that. Like, fucking, I don't know, there's a montage of shit going on, like there's a fucking disco going, like, yeah, sure. There's like some sort of, like, talk shows just going on, artists, like, announcing their new albums that are gonna be released after the 30 days are over. Like, people just expect things to go back to normal. And, you know, whether that is just, you know, a mentality they have, or because of this Hypna drug, I'm convinced that it is because of Hypna. Like, people are just growing numb to pain, and they think that, yeah, it's gonna be fixed, just not by me. And that's essentially the whole point of Lazarus, is that, yeah, sure, some people are out there desperately trying to fix this, but it would be so much easier and way more efficient and stuff if people actually went together and tried to fucking do something, but they don't. They just go back to their normal, boring fucking lives where they can just grow numb to all the, like, all the pain around them, I guess, is, you know, all these bad things, aka being told that you're going to die. You know, how about we just forget all that? And that is such an interesting fucking premise, because I feel like there is a lot more, like, you know, similarities and mirrors to our real world to make it more than just a, like, a coincidence, right? So it's definitely trying to say something. This show is definitely political at some, you know, at some level. And it's essentially a lot about, like, how we are just kind of destroying the world. That's the shtick of Dr. Skinner, as far as we can see him right now, because he essentially leads our main group on a wild goose chase. We just concluded one of them being that they got some coordinates to some sunken islands because the water levels are rising, the sea, the Arctic is melting away, right? And essentially, you know, fucking, yeah, there was nothing there. The coordinates were just areas. And they conclude that, yeah, Dr. Skinner just wanted us to see this, like, the world, at, you know, the sinking nature of the world, the nature taking over humanity again. And, like, this is why we shouldn't destroy nature, but, like, you know, we're kind of destroying it anyway. And, like, you know, fucking, because in this world, we're mainly taking things in, like, you know, we're mainly seeing it from the perspective of the city, right? We see no nature, but when we do see nature, it is fucking gorgeous. And I even thought about it, like, when we saw the montage of them, you know, going to these 4 coordinates. Because they are 4 people going, there are 4 coordinates. You know, perfect time for a montage. It just kind of, you know, took me away, the fucking, this feeling of, yeah, this looks very cool as fuck, this is such a vibe, but it's also so tragic at the same time, and I don't really know how to feel about it. And that's essentially the feeling I've had, like, the entire time watching Lazarus, is that, yeah, this is a cool ass premise, this is a cool ass fucking, like, anime, this is a cool, like, this entire thing is just cool as fuck, but there's not really, I don't know, I'm conflicted, I don't know what to feel watching Lazarus, and I think that's the point, is that I get out of this comfort zone of, you know, this numbness, because essentially Hypna is just I guess a metaphor. Am I using that word correctly? Who knows? I think it's just essentially a metaphor for whatever we use in our daily lives to just cope with the world fucking sucking ass. And you know, sometimes there are things that we can band together and say, yeah guys, this fucking sucks and this is bad. And then we go back to our, you know, daily fucking routines and just go on with our business. Exactly like the people of the Lazarus world, the Lazarus, not really universe, it's just, it's our world, but like 30 years from now or something. It is, I don't know, it is eerily familiar to our world, and especially like 30 years into the future, like it is not exactly how I imagine 30 years into the future would look like, but I can definitely see a lot of the things happening, like, you know, especially with the thing that, you know, it's more so the people of the world that I can see, like their mentality. Also, it helps a lot that the people are so, you know, quote-unquote real. Like, they are just people. They're just fucking people. And I guess that's kind of the point. God, why do so many of these fucking bosses scream my ears off? Fucking annoying. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, brooding Moloch. But again, not too much plot has happened so far. We met our main characters, right? In the form of Monkey Man Axel or Alex. He's a Dex build who has escaped from prison like multiple fucking times. He has a sentence of 888 years. Because he initially got 3 years in prison and then he just escaped over and over again. And every time you escape, you get double your years in prison, which I don't think makes sense in terms of the math in that. But, you know, maybe he got added some years on for, like, I don't know why public indecency was the first thing that came to mind, but, you know, whatever. So we met him. We met the rest of the Lazarus gang. They're pretty chill. I can't remember any of their names, so let me just generalize a lot here. We have the token child, we have the token woman, we have the token hacker girl, and we have the token black guy. And then we have a, you know, basically the leader slash, I guess, mentor, the organizer of the whole thing, who we don't really know a lot about, but I feel like that's gonna be the next couple episodes, is finding out what is her shtick. Because she's just kind of been in the background and, you know, allowed us to, you know, go through, you know, she has connections, clearly. She has connections and power and has, like, some sort of shtick that allows her to, oh, that was not the thing I thought you were gonna do. She has some sort of power that we don't really know. She was a scientist back, you know, with Dr. Skinner at fucking, I don't know, university or something. But, you know, that's basically all we know about her, and she has, I don't know, she's a connection woman. But she has so much power, you know, she has connections to, like, the FBI, the CIA, you know, has connections to the entire fucking police force and shit. Like, there are so many questions I have about her that I don't really expect to be answered. You know, I want answered. I don't know, it's probably because I'm comparing this show a little bit to Cyberpunk, where there are a lot of characters that I want to get to know better, but we just don't get to know them better. What's his name called? Faraday? In Cyberpunk, we don't get to fucking know him. He's just sort of an enigma. He is, you know, we get to know that he is the, oh, he's the boss of our guys, but he himself has a way bigger boss. He himself is just a cog in the machine, right? And I expect this this Lazarus leader woman to be the exact same way. God, I hate Zero. That's what I'm expecting, at least, but I don't know if I should be expecting that. I don't know. There is so much going on in Lazarus, and I love every fucking second of it. Especially with, you know, the biggest thing I love about Lazarus is not like the plot or the story or the characters, it is just the vibe of the world. And yes, I know I've said multiple times that this is just sort of a mirror of our normal world. But I fucking love the vibe of it, you know, the small little things that make this world futuristic, but not, like, it's only, quote-unquote, only 30 years into the future. Like, there are still so many similarities. And again, especially with the mindset of the characters, the people, the general public. Like, it seems so reasonable that everybody would just not give a fuck. Like, they would be scared and terrified, but they would just have faith that somebody else will solve their problems. And I feel like that is a huge mirror to what is happening right fucking now. And, you know, again, a lot of anime are, in their essence, they are very political. So I am not gonna blame them for that whatsoever. I think it just makes the show way better. Fucking golf with friends, bruh. Anyway, Lazarus, fucking goated, but again, there are still, like, I think it's 12 or 13 episodes. I'm just assuming, I really don't know. 12 or 13 episodes, where I don't know if that's the actual conclusion, or if it's just, like, if it's gonna continue in another, in like half a year or so, a year or something, or if that's actually just gonna be the conclusion, because I could very well see, again, like Cyberpunk, massive spoiler for Cyberpunk right here. Oh, that was such a small fucking burp. Holy shit, I feel ashamed. Anyway, massive spoilers for Cyberpunk. Everybody just fucking dies, right? The majority of everyone in Cyberpunk just dies. And I feel like the exact same thing could happen here in Lazarus because of the premise of the show and like what it's trying to say. Because I could easily see this being a show about, like, yeah, we could have easily done something about this Hypno thing if people were just fucking, if they just got off their asses and did something. But they are not. They're just relying on some third unknown entity to, okay bro, to do the job for them. So I could easily see everybody, like, the conclusion being, yeah, we could have done something very easily, and would have not been too much effort on, you know, fucking delegated throughout everybody in the fucking world. But in the end, everybody just dies. Like, I could easily see the last episode being the extinction of humanity. especially with those ending credits being just, you know, fucking streets filled with dead people. I could easily see it. And the whole, like, thing with, you know, Dr. Skinner saying he is the seventh trumpeter, like, all, like, a lot of, like, biblical, meanings and shit. Basically, the seventh trumpeter being the guy who fucking ends humanity, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a Bible preacher, but, you know, I don't know, there's probably a lot of shit. I also know that Lazarus is a character from the Bible. I am positive that he was resurrected or, like, raised from the dead or something like that. Because I researched that because of a song I found that was really confusing, but I liked it. And I had to know what the fuck was that about. So I am positive that is... I don't know, there's a lot of fucking shit, and I could yap on for a long time, but I'm just laying here on the floor of Pantheon 5, so I'm not gonna yap on, and I also really want a monster in my bloodstream, so bye.